I'm now being joined by Mr. Rajeev Chandrasekhar, the Union Minister of State for Entrepreneurship and Skill Development, who is here in Guwahati for a 3-day conclave, Manthan, Northeastern Regional Skill and Entrepreneurship, which is started on September 1st, that is today. Mr. Chandrasekhar, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
First of all, what are the biggest success stories in terms of Northeast when it comes to skill development and entrepreneurship?
No, I think there are a tremendous number of successful stories. There are stories of entrepreneurship that are absolutely inspiring, and in a lot of ways those are the stories and examples that motivate us to do more. And certainly the reason we highlighted those success stories in today's first day of the Manthan is to send the message to hundreds and thousands of young northeasterners on all the states here that the northeast region is at an inflection point. The last 9 years, the problems of connectivity, the problems of infrastructure have been significantly transformed. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, after spending thousands of crores of rupees and relentless effort on his part, has transformed the narrative of the Northeast not being connected to the main market spaces of India and the world. In this background, we think, and the Prime Minister has repeatedly reiterated, that as more and more opportunities come up in the Indian economy and more young Indians are participating as entrepreneurs and or in jobs on these emerging industries, skills are very important. And today we have launched in a very short period after the announcement in Delhi a few weeks ago, we have launched a program where 2.5 lakh young northeastern men and women, boys and girls, can get free skilling provided by the Government of India, provided by Narendra Modi ji's scheme of Skill India. And the total value that the government is spending on this is 400 crores, almost 400 crores. Today, we have asked each state government to design what type of skills the youth in their state wants, what type of colleges and institutions they want the skill centers to be in, and the states can decide, and the Government of India will certainly support the costs of delivering those skills and the programs to deliver those skills to the youth. So very important requirement for the future economic prosperity, economic growth of the whole region in general and in state, or each of the states in particular.
Like you mentioned, Northeast also comes with its own challenges. So what are the toughest challenges or biggest challenges that you faced here in this region?
No, look, I certainly can't comment on what the challenges are, but I think the challenges in the past that I know of personally was that whenever you tried to send companies to set up a business in the Northeast, especially in far-off states like Nagaland or Arunachal or the other states, it was always found that they found it very difficult to reach. And I remember from my own experience about a decade ago, when I tried to send a German company to set up a software development center in Nagaland, that the pressures of traveling for more than 12 hours to reach the state capital turned them off. That has completely changed. Today, you are able to reach any state capital in any part of the Northeast in a few hours from any part of India. And so that has a big transformation in terms of the potential and opportunity that the Northeast represents. Now the next stage is about how do we get more investments, how do we grow the economy, and for both those questions the answer is we need more and more talented workforce, we need more and more entrepreneurs who are skilled and are able to deliver their products and services to the whole world. So that is why skilling today becomes the most important enabler of the future economic growth and potential of the Northeast region.
You have government in most states here, either directly or through alliances. Do you think that this helps your ministry a lot, since Prime Minister Modi has often spoken about the double engine government?
Oh, look, skilling is certainly something that is, in my opinion, very important to every young Indian, regardless of whether they are in a BJP or an NDA state or any other state. And the Government of India under Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has never discriminated. Every one of his schemes, every one of his programs is available to every state. Now, some states like Karnataka, Congress in the Congress in Karnataka, or the CPM in Kerala, or Trinamool Congress in West Bengal, will choose to make politics and say we will not implement national education policy, for example. Now, the national education policy, by not adopting it, not implementing it, you are not creating any political benefit for anybody, but you are certainly denying a better future for thousands and lakhs of students in those states. Because the national education policy, as its centerpiece, creates skilling in the curriculum from the 6th standard onwards. And this is very important to realize, because up till 2014, every year, 1.5 crore unskilled students had to join the workforce because of economic pressures at home. And they had to join the workforce and take up jobs without any skills. And so they were exploited, they were mistreated. And national education policy makes sure that even if you have to leave school for whatever reason, family pressure, your own pressure, your uninterest, you will never leave school without some basic skills that will help you in the future to grow and prosper. So there is some governments, state governments and some parties that do play politics with it. But effectively, they are denying their own youngsters and their own young students a better future that the Prime Minister is envisioning through Skilling India and national education policy.
So, one final question. Northeast has a vast, is a plethora of opportunity when it comes to entrepreneurship. But given the situation in Manipur, it has faced a lot of drawback, especially economically. So, do you think it's going to be a challenge to revive the state when it comes to economics and skill development and entrepreneurship?
No, look, I can't comment on the Manipur situation because it is certainly a situation that is just far more complex than just simply a security issue. Our Home Minister has spoken very eloquently and clearly in the floor of the Parliament that there are many very complex situations going on there, including some vested interests that are fanning the violence. But leaving that aside for a minute, in general, in the Northeast, there is always been a very vibrant entrepreneurial culture. Micro-entrepreneurship, self-employment has been a very vibrant culture. Through skilling, what we want to do is enable especially self-help groups, FPOs, cooperative societies, to be able to access markets through digital platforms, through digital skilling, through branding and design, better design skills, to be able to access markets and customers far beyond their own district and state. So I think linking up with ONDC, linking them up with e-commerce platforms, giving them the skills to compete both in design and product for customers of the world is what is really going to scale economic activity, grow the local economy, and create world-class successful entrepreneurs from the Northeast. That is Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision, and we are here to implement it.
Thank you so much for joining us, sir. It was a pleasure speaking to you. That was Mr. Rajeev Chandrasekhar, who is here in Guwahati for a 3-day conclave. Like I mentioned, Manthan, Northeastern Region Skill and Entrepreneurship Conclave here in Guwahati that started in September 1st, that is today, and will going to continue till 3rd of September. With camera person Mukut Media, I am Kalyan Dev for EastMojo in Guwahati. Thank you.
Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to EastMojo. For any queries, put them down in the comments section below and press on the bell icon for notifications.